After leaving the ancient hemlock forest in our last video, we were racing the clock to make it to one of the wildest experiences in the Bay of Fundy, tidal bore rafting. And it ended up being one of the biggest highlights of our entire Maritimes trip. We did a half-day tour where we first watched the tidal bore roll in, a surge of ocean water powerful enough to reverse the river's flow. The tidal bore happens because the Bay of Fundy has the highest tides in the world, with water levels that can rise and fall by more than 50 feet. As the incoming tide pushes into narrow river channels, it creates a wave that actually flows upstream against the current. It only happens in a few places around the world, and this is one of the best spots to experience it up close. Once the water level was high enough, we climbed into a raft and rode those waves repeatedly. After a thorough wave beating, we pulled over and jumped into the mud flats. You've probably noticed the deep red mud by now. It gets its color from iron-rich sediment in the Bay of Fundy, and it turns full-grown adults into little kids in about 5 seconds. Just so you can see the power of the tides, remember this is what it looked like when we started the tour. And this is what it looked like coming back. After the tour, we made our way to Linwood Harbor Campground to reset. The next day, we hit the road again and made the trek to Louisbourg. We rolled into a free camping spot that was clearly no secret. We were the 6th rig to arrive. We've made it to Cape Breton Island in Nova Scotia, but more specifically Louisbourg.
Louisbourg is known for the Fortress of Louisbourg, where we're currently sitting, and it is an 18th century French city, essentially, that they rebuilt. It was a fortress that they built here at the mouth of the harbor. It is completely redone. It was destroyed by the British, and just over time, and in the 60s, they spent a huge amount of time and money rebuilding the entire city because they were able to find a bunch of the old architectural plans. So it is like one-for-one recreated, and it is really, really cool.
Yeah, so let's go show it to you so you can step back in time with us. So what's cool about Louisbourg is that it really is like stepping back in time, because you have the reenactments, they do demonstrations for the guns, for the cannons. We aren't going to be able to see it, but we were told they even do a public shaming reenactment where they bring someone through the town square, put them in the gallows, and just embarrass them. But it's awesome because then all of the people who are reenacting or just standing in the buildings ready to talk to you, they know so much about the town and the specific building they're in, and they play those those roles, either as a maid or a cook or the lady of the house. And it's really interesting to hear it from as if you're talking to that person in history.
My favorite part is that they have reenactors of like people doing specific trades. So we walked into a blacksmith shop and he was hammering and showing us how to make a hook using their original forge, you know, which is totally different than like shows we've seen now with them using forges, with the huge bellows and all that. That was lots of fun. And then my favorite, which was the King's Bakery, where they had fresh bread that they're making here on site.
And as we said before, this town was completely leveled, so they do have one small section where two buildings you just get to see the ruins. So it's interesting to see from literally nothing, some stones in the floor that show the foundation, to what they've done now. And as they were building and reconstructing things, they were going through the dirt like with a fine-tooth comb, so you get to see all of the original artifacts that they found too.
And I think the big thing that's like hard to really understand until you're here is just how big, like they recreated an entire town. Like it's not just a block or something like that, any other living history place we've been in. It's like there's I don't know, 5 or 6 crisscrossing streets here.
Yeah,
and then a fortress and
yeah, and I read on one of the plaques, this is only 1/4 of the original town size.
Yeah, so it's really cool, and you get to just wander around by yourself and check out everything.
They have plenty of guided tours here as well, so if you're ready to like get into the history and learn all of the details, make sure you give yourself like 4+ hours and take some of those guided tours. Hey, did you know we made a tank treatment? It's called Tank Tune-Up, and it's a no-filler powder that breaks down waste, kills odors, and even cleans your tank sensors. Click the link in our description or find it on Amazon to get yours. All right, here are some tips and tricks that we learned from Louisbourg. So the first one is you're gonna have to take a shuttle to get there. It's only like a 3 to 5 minute ride, but they do it because of parking control. So this parking lot is for RVs only, even though there's a lot of other cars in here that aren't RVs, but they do have plenty of parking, and this place does get pretty busy. So we recommend coming during the week, and then also, even if you come during the week, coming in the morning hours, because then you're some of the first ones here. You don't have to fight the crowds or the lines for the restaurants. And then my second tip is to actually spend more than one day here if you have the time, just because the actual town of Louisbourg, like the current town that's still here, you can grab dinner down there, grab drinks. We ended up meeting a few locals and bar hopped with them. They were having a town community event where the whole town gets together and bar hops. So we joined the town event. So they only do that once a year, so I don't think you'll get to do that, but definitely check out some of the restaurants and bars downtown. And then they also have beaches here that are really pretty. And my last tip about Louisbourg is if you want to try that King's bread, they make it in
their brick ovens here fresh every day. But because they're making it as they did back in the 18th century, there's no additives and no preservatives. So they aren't making a huge amount every day, because they said by the next day it's rock hard. So when we were leaving 4 hours after getting here, the bread was already gone for the day. So if you want to try that, go get that first. And finally, they are not dog friendly, so you will have to leave your pets in the camper if you have them. All right, now that we checked Louisbourg off the list, we are going to start the beautiful Cabot Trail, and I'm so excited.